Welcome to the longest running quiz show in the area. Categories. High school students compete to answer questions on topics from art to science, history to current events. And now, here's your categories host, John Bartell.
Hi, welcome to our last regular season game of the category season for 2019-2020 as we bring the Blue Valley Southwest Timberwolves, coached by Caitlin Donahue, versus the Shawnee Mission Northwest Cougars, coached by Vonda Morris. Let's go ahead and meet our contestants. First, from Southwest.
Hi, I'm Ferris, and I'm a senior.
Hi, I'm Sam, and I'm a senior.
I'm Luke, and I'm a junior.
I'm Grant, and I'm also a junior.
And our competitors from Northwest.
I'm Jonah, and I'm a freshman.
I'm Ryan, I'm a junior.
Jesse DeBach, junior.
I'm Catherine, I'm a senior.
I'm Olivia, I'm a senior.
All right, fantastic. Here in the first round of categories, we will take turn answering questions. If the team answers correctly, they of course will earn a point. If they don't answer correctly, the other team will get a chance to steal that question. We did a coin toss before we started recording. It was won by the Timberwolves. So here's the first category. It is current events. Amazon billionaire Jeff Bezos said he is starting a fund with $10 billion of his own money, $10 billion of his own money to fight what? Grant.
Climate change.
Climate change, yes. Cougars, coming over to you with world geography. There were only two non-European nations regarded as having global stature in 1900. Name them. Time. Southwest, chance to steal this world geography question. There were only two non-European nations regarded as having global stature in 1900. Name them. Luke.
The USA and China.
Sorry, that's incorrect. The United States is one of them. The other is Japan. Timberwolf, staying with you. Science, specifically species. This class means belly-footed. A snail is an example. Name it. Time. Cougars, chance to steal this science species category. Catherine?
Gastropod.
It is gastropods, yes. Cougars, staying with you. Mathematics, specifically measurement. The term jiffy is an actual unit of time that is equal to what fraction of a circle? Olivia?
1/2 of a circle?
Cannot accept that. Timberwolves, chance to steal this mathematics and measurement category. The term jiffy is an actual unit of time that is equal to what fraction of a circle? Ferris.
1/3 of a circle.
It's actually 1/100th of a circle. A little bit shorter than a second. Timberwolves, staying with you. Literature is the category. What author's last major work, first serialized in Life in 1959, is entitled The Dangerous Summer? Time. Cougars, chance to steal this literature category. What author's last major work, first serialized in Life magazine in 1959, is entitled The Dangerous Summer? Olivia?
Charles Dickens?
Ernest Hemingway. Cougars, we are staying with you. Foreign language is the category. Translate this famous trio into Spanish. A little girl, a spotted mare, and the mother of Christ. Jess?
Maria, Mare, Mary.
Cannot accept that. Timberwolves, chance to steal this foreign language category. Translate this famous trio into Spanish. A little girl, a spotted mare, and the mother of Christ. It would be the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. Timberwolves, staying with you. Math, geometry is the category. What is the two-word name for the plane surface formed by cutting a solid, such as a boat, a planet, a cat, or a cathedral at right angles to its longest axis? Sam?
Cross section?
It is a cross section, yes. Coming back to you, Northwest, poetry is the category. In his poem, The Bridge, does Hart Crane write of the Golden Gate Bridge, the London Bridge, the Brooklyn Bridge, or the Bridge of Sighs? Olivia.
The Brooklyn Bridge.
It is the Brooklyn Bridge. Southwest, coming back to you, sports and games is the category. In which of the following, or which sport would you use a piece of equipment called a foil? Sam?
Fencing.
It is fencing. Back to you, Cougars. Science, specifically meteorology. The intertropical convergence zone is a front characterized by little or no wind. Is it better known as the doldrums, the riles, or the Bergeson-Feinstein? Or Olivia?
The doldrums.
It is the doldrums. Thank you for saving me from reading that rest of that question. Timberwolves, coming back to you. Law is the category. It's what students do before a test. It's also a law school periodical. Give this 6-letter word. Time. Cougars, chance to steal this law question. It's what students do before a test. It's also a law school periodical. Name this 6-letter word. Jess?
Studies.
It's review. Review. Cougars, coming back to you with art history. A favorite of Popes Julius II and Leo X, he served as chief architect of St. Peter's after the death of the previous architect, Bramante. Among his greatest works were the tapestries of the Sistine Chapel, Transfiguration, and Feed My Sheep. Name this Italian artist. Jess?
Medici.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Timberwolves, you have a chance to steal this art history question. A favorite of Popes Julius II and Leo X. He served as the chief architect of St. Peter's after Bramante's death. Among his greatest works were the tapestries for the Sistine Chapel, Transfiguration, and Feed My Sheep. Name this Italian artist. Ferris?
Michelangelo.
It's Raphael. Raphael. Staying with you, Timberwolves. Name the native country of the man who wrote God Bless America. Ferris?
The UK.
It's not the UK. Cougars, chance to steal this music category. Name the native country of the man who wrote God Bless America. Olivia?
Ireland?
He was Russian. It was Irving Berlin. Irving Berlin. Northwest, we are staying with you. Current events is the category. Name the country that has the largest outbreak of the coronavirus outside of Asia, with more than 150 reported cases. Is it
Italy.
Yes, it is Italy, yes. Southwest, coming back to you. U.S. history is the category. In what city would you find the home of private clubs such as the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club and the Black Panthers Party? Luke?
Detroit.
It is not Detroit. Cougars, chance to steal this category of U.S. history. In what city would you find the home of such private clubs as the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club and the Black Panthers Party? Ryan?
Los Angeles.
It's Oakland. Oakland. Cougars, staying with you, U.S. government is the category. Give me the title number for this 1964 legislation. It sharply divided the Supreme Court and expanded the reach of this landmark anti-discrimination law, ruling that it protects people from retaliation as they complain about sex bias against others. Jess?
35.
Sorry, that's incorrect. T-Wolves, chance to steal this U.S. government category. Give me the title number from this legislation that sharply divided the Supreme Court, expanded the reach of this landmark anti-discrimination law, ruling that it protects people from retaliation when they complain about sex bias against others. Ferris?
6.
It's actually Title IX. Title IX. Southwest, staying with you, general knowledge is the category. Identify this acronym DAR, meaning Daughters of the... Luke?
Revolution.
Cannot accept revolution. Cougars, chance to steal this general knowledge category. Identify this acronym, DAR, Daughters of the, Catherine?
American Revolution.
American Revolution, yes. Cougars, staying with you, sports and games is the category. Who was the shortest player ever to play in the National Basketball Association? Time. Southwest, chance to steal the sports and games category. Who was the shortest player ever to play in the NBA? First.
Muggsy Bogues.
It is Muggsy Bogues. Staying with you, Southwest, language is the category. At the end of the 19th century, Elise Ben Judah brought what dead language back to life in Palestine? Hint, it is now one of the 3 official languages of Israel. First?
Hebrew.
It is Hebrew. Coming back to you, Cougars, general knowledge is the category. In order to make cheese, what liquid must be expelled from the curd? Ryan?
Milk.
Can I accept milk? Timberwolves, chance to steal this general knowledge question. In order to make cheese, what liquid must be expelled from the curd? Luke?
Whey.
It is whey. Staying with you, Timberwolves, geography is the category. Although this island is not the largest in the nation of Indonesia, it contains about 2/3 of that nation's population. Name it. Luke?
Sumatra.
Can I accept Sumatra? Cougars, chance to steal this geography question. Although this island is not the largest in the nation of Indonesia, it contains about 2/3 of that nation's population. Name it. Olivia?
Jakarta?
Well, the answer on the card says Java. So, but let me double check on that real quick. All right, go ahead. I think Jakarta is the capital. All right, we got clarification on that final answer of Jakarta. Jakarta is actually the capital of that, so we had to go with the island of Java and cannot accept that answer. All right, Northwest, we are staying with you. The next category is vocabulary. What does a Fletcher make? Jess?
Arrows.
Makes arrows. Coming back to you, Timberwolves, poets is the category. What poet said the world will end, quote, not with a bang, but with a whimper? Time. Cougars, chance to steal this poets category. What poet said the world will end, quote, with a bang, not with a bang, but with a whimper? Olivia?
Thoreau?
It is not Thoreau, it's T.S. Eliot. T.S. Eliot. In Northwest, you do get the next question. It is science, specifically energy. Which term is used to designate the energy that travels as a wave in a form of visible and invisible light? Jonah?
Electromagnetic.
Cannot accept that. Timberwolves, chance to steal this science energy question. Which term is used to designate the energy that travels as a wave in the form of visible and invisible light? Grant?
Frequency?
Is not frequency. It's referred to as radiant energy. Radiant energy. And that tone does denote the end of our first round, and we do have a halftime score of Blue Valley Southwest 6, Shawnee Mission Northwest 6. As we go into our halftime, we are going to have a campus update from a member of each school. And it looks like, Ferris, you're giving us the update for Southwest, so what's happening with the Timberwolves?
So next week on Friday, we have the Blue Valley Relay, which is a big event. In fact, one of our team members isn't here because he's helping set that up. They're having their walkthrough today. Our wrestling team is going off to state this weekend, and we also have the production of Mamma Mia. Again, we have 2 team members missing because they're in that production happening next weekend.
Fantastic. So it's good to see that people are involved in multiple things. That's pretty cool. All right, and Catherine, you're giving us the update for the Cougars. What's happening at Northwest?
Our spring sports are starting. We have 2 plays coming up. One written by one of our students called Another Angsty Teen in 1984. Our 14th annual dodgeball tournament, sign-ups have opened for that. And in 2 weeks, our jazz band is going to the KCKCC Jazz Festival.
All right, very good.
So many letters.
Yes, that's a lot of good stuff happening at both schools. As we go into our second round, as our lightning round, we will, as tradition here on Categories, we start with our look and listen question, which is worth 2 points. We will be displaying it on a monitor for those contestants in the studio, and we will also be showing it on the screen for those watching at home. Once again, it's worth 2 points, and here is the question. What's the name of this attraction compared by some to the Eiffel Tower? Ferris.
The London Eye.
It is the London Eye. As we continue with our lightning round, the question will be placed on the floor for either team to answer. Team responds correctly, they earn a point. If they respond incorrectly, the other team still gets a chance to steal the category. Both teams, fine arts and theater is the category. In theater lighting, it is a thin, transparent color sheet. Olivia?
Gel.
It's the gel, yes. Economics for both teams. What chapter of Federal Bankruptcy Act deals with personal bankruptcy?
7.
Sorry, Grant, it's not 7. Sugar's chance to steal this economics category. What chapter of the Federal Bankruptcy Act deals with personal bankruptcy? Ryan.
9.
It's chapter 13. 13. Both teams, world history. What country joined forces with Austria to invade Spain in the War of Spanish Succession? Jess?
Prussia.
I'm sorry, it's not Prussia. Southwest, chance to steal this world history question. What country joined forces with Austria to invade Spain in the War of Spanish Succession? Luke?
France.
Britain. Britain. Both teams, U.S. history this time. What Supreme Court justice's nomination did Dwight Eisenhower later say was, quote, the biggest damn fool mistake I ever made? Earl Warren. Earl Warren. General knowledge for both teams. What should be painted first when painting a room? Grant?
Primer.
I cannot accept that. Cougars, chance to steal this general knowledge question. What should be painted first when painting a room? Olivia?
The ceiling.
It is the ceiling. U.S. government for both teams. Franklin Roosevelt wanted to add up to 6 new judges to the Supreme Court to enable his party to control the judicial branch of government. What was his plan called? Jess?
Roosevelt Plan.
It's not called the Roosevelt Plan. Southwest, chance to steal this U.S. government question. Franklin Roosevelt wanted to add up to 6 new judges to the Supreme Court to enable his party to control the judicial branch of government. What was his plan called? Luke?
The New Deal.
It's not the New Deal. It's the court packing plan. Court packing. Literature for both teams. Terminology. A character who tells a story in a work of literature is called what? Sam?
Narrator.
It is called the narrator. U.S. geography for both teams. Name 2 of the 3 state capitals on the Missouri River. Olivia?
Jefferson City and Little Rock.
Cannot accept that. Timberwolves, chance to steal this U.S. geography question. Name 2 of the 3 state capitals on the Missouri River. Jefferson City is one of them. Bismarck and Pierre are the other 2. At this time in our second round, we have our team theme huddle questions, in which 2 questions are asked of each squad. The captain is one responsible for answering both questions. In order to earn the 2 points, both questions must be correct. Otherwise, the other team will get a chance to steal. Here we go. The category is get-togethers, believe it or not. And the first question is, this event prompted the British Parliament to pass the Intolerable Acts to discipline Massachusetts for this activity. Question 2. This social event, which began in Germany, is named for the time of year in which it is thrown. Ferris.
The Boston Tea Party and Oktoberfest.
Those are the 2. Yes, 2 points awarded. Vocabulary for both teams. What are the last 2 words in the following palindrome? Was it a rat Sam? It was. Cannot accept that. Cougars, chance to steal this vocabulary question. What are the last two words in the following palindrome? Was it a rat?
I saw. I saw.
I saw. Very good. Geography, France specifically. If you were on a European vacation and wanted to drive from Paris to Orléans, in what general direction would you be driving? Ferris?
North.
Sorry, I cannot accept north. Cougars, chance to steal this French geography question. If you were on a European vacation and wanted to drive from Paris to Orléans, in what general direction would you be driving? Olivia?
South.
It is south. General knowledge for both teams. The most widely used food additives in the United States are sugar, corn syrup, and what? Olivia?
Salt.
Salt is correct. Shakespeare for both teams. Give me the first 7 words of Mark Antony's oration in Shakespeare's Julius Caesar. Olivia?
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears.
That is correct. And with that answer, you've taken a 1-point lead here with just under 6 minutes to go. Science, chemistry for both teams. What bonding forces are due to short-lived dipole attractions between molecules? Jess?
Hydrogen bonds.
Cannot accept that. Southwest, you have a chance to steal this chemistry question. What bonding forces are due to short-lived dipole attractions between molecules? Luke?
Van der Waals.
Very good, yes. Government. As a matter of fact, this is British government question. Twice a week, every Tuesday and Thursday, the British Prime Minister goes to the House of Commons to submit to a 15-minute grilling by the opposition party. This tradition is known by what name, which would be a good name for a quiz show? Jess?
Categories.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Southwest, you have a chance to steal this British government question. Twice a week, every Tuesday and Thursday, the British Prime Minister goes to the House of Commons to submit a 15-minute grilling by the opposition party. This tradition is known by what name, which would be a good name for a quiz show? Luke?
Jeopardy.
It's not Jeopardy. It's called Question Time, believe it or not. Question Time. World history, famous people. What man has the most monuments erected to him? Olivia?
George Washington.
It is not George Washington. Southwest, chance to steal this world history question. Famous people. What man has the most monuments erected to him? Luke?
Alexander the Great.
It's not Alexander the Great. It's Buddha. Buddha. Musicals for both teams. A group of nuns concluded that, quote, Maria is not an asset. Olivia?
Sister Act.
Cannot accept that. Southwest, you have a chance to steal this musicals category. A group of nuns conclude that Maria is not an asset to the Abbey. In what musical? Luke?
The Sound of Music.
It is The Sound of Music. Science for both teams. Water freezes at 32 degrees Fahrenheit. At what temperature on the Fahrenheit scale does water boil? Ferris?
212 degrees.
212 degrees, yes. Sports history for both teams. Managing the Cleveland Indians for 2 years, he was the first African-American manager in professional baseball history. Name him. Jess?
Jackson.
It's not Jackson. Timberwolves, chance to steal this sports history question. Managing the Cleveland Indians for 2 years, he was the first African-American manager in professional baseball history. Name him. It is Frank Robinson. Frank Robinson. Geography, specific landforms. What letter imitates the shape of glacial valleys? Olivia?
S.
I'm sorry, I cannot accept that. Timberwolves, geography is the category. What letter imitates the shape of glacial valleys? Grant?
U.
It is a U. Fine arts, music is the category. In music theory, does modulation refer to playing strongly, going from one key to another, Ryan?
Going from one key to another.
That is exactly right, yes. Spelling is the category for both teams. Pretend this is a culinary spelling bee and spell vichyssoise. That's why we don't have culinary spelling bees. Vichyssoise. We're under 2 minutes here. Score Blue Valley Southwest 15, Shawnee Mission Northwest 13. Fine arts is the next category. It's a fairly long question, so here we go. This school can be traced back to Zurich and the poetry of Romanian-born Tristan Tzara. Born out of the widespread disillusionment created by World War I, it has attacked conventional standards of aesthetics and behavior and stressed absurdity and the role of unpredictable in artistic creations. The principles of the school were eventually modified to become the basis of surrealism. Is it Dada? Luminous? Sam?
It's Dada.
It is Dada, yes. U.S. history for both teams. Vermont was the first state to be added to the Union following the original 13. Ohio was the 17th. Which were the 15th and 16th? Olivia?
Tennessee and Kentucky.
Cannot accept that. Timberwolves, you have the chance to steal this U.S. history question. Vermont was the first state to be added to the Union following the original 13. Ohio was the 17th. Which were the 15th and the 16th? Ferris?
Tennessee and West Virginia.
I cannot accept that either. Kentucky was the 15th. Tennessee was the 16th. I needed to have it in that order. I am not kidding. U.S. geography. Another U.S. geography question. The Ohio River forms the southern border of the state of Ohio as well as 2 other states. Name both those states. Luke?
Illinois and Indiana.
Those are the 2. One more geography question for both teams. Greenwich is located in England. Where is Greenwich Village? Jess?
New England.
Sorry, cannot accept that. Southwest, chance to steal this geography question. Greenwich is located in England. Where is Greenwich Village? Oh, Grant, I see that you were hitting the buzzer. What's your answer?
Connecticut?
It's not Connecticut. It's New York City. New York City. And that tone does denote the end of our game with a final score of Blue Valley Southwest 17, Shawnee Mission Northwest 13. Please join us again next time here on Categories as we will continue to bring you the best and brightest minds of high school students all throughout Johnson County.